Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends. We are back with another collective reading. I'm also going to be doing some pick a card readings. I've got a love reading which is percolating, which definitely desperately wants to come out. So we're going to see that. It's interesting that energy is feeling a little bit chaotic to me today. Yesterday was a very weird energy. This is intended as a timeless reading, so it doesn't really matter when you're actually finding this reading, but if you happen to watch as I'm uploading, which will be on the day I'm recording, then maybe you're feeling it too, and please do let me know in the comments if you're feeling this weird energy, because I definitely am. I really don't know what to make of it at this point. I want to put that there. Okay, so as you can see, some cards just literally came leaping out of my new deck. This is a new deck. It's just a tarot deck I bought, but it's lovely holographic cards, which I thought were quite fun, and I thought that would be quite nice to have a little go with for today's reading. Bedford is on the windowsill, being a menace to society. He may or may not be joining us at the moment. Let's see if the light makes it better or worse. Slightly better. I like that. Okay, there we go. Like when you have an eye test. Better or worse? Right, okay, maybe we are collectively having some sort of eye test today. Maybe that's what's going on with the energy. Maybe it is a test to see if we're paying attention. So if that resonates for you, drop a heart in the comments. Okay, so collective, what are we doing? I've been using this mug recently. This one says Stay Wild Moonchild. I'm really resonating with the kind of wild, witchy energy at the moment. And some of you who've been following me for a while will know that I changed my hair colour from like platinum blonde to a very dark auburn recently. Darker than I was expecting, but it kind of works because I've been doing a lot of shadow integration. So it fits. It's been quite a change, an unexpected change. A lot of people were quite shocked when I did that. I was kind of shocked by the result, but I love it. So that's good. But a lot of people around me were kind of a bit like, whoa, what have you done? What have you done that for? You know, really mystified and confused. And yeah, it may provoke some interesting responses. And it is interesting, isn't it, when you change something quite fundamental in your life. I've been a blonde my whole life, like literally the past 46 years I've been a blonde. Right from childhood, you know. And then it started to get a little bit darker as I got older, so I started colouring it, or rather stripping the colour out of it. And it was almost like people didn't know what to make of it. People didn't know what to make of me anymore, which is interesting. There's a few people who were really nice, who said really nice things about it, but I still feel a little bit kind of raw, almost like I was going to say a newborn baby, but I get the image of a little chick that's just broken out of an egg. I feel like a naked chick. I have no feathers. I'm still a bit gross and covered in yolk, you know. just come out of the egg like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm kind of ugly. So there's definitely a newborn energy here. So maybe you've been going through changes, or you've made some interesting changes, because this feels very intentional. This is intentional energy. We are making changes. We're doing things differently in our life, even if it's just making a decision, even if it's, well, I shouldn't say just something on the inside, because the changes we make on the inside are truly the big ones. After all, it's the outer ones that people notice, that's all. If you hear banging, that's Bedford's tail. He is very annoyed with all other cats at this time because cat reasons. So let's take a look at these wonderful holographic cards that I have in front of us here. Look how the heart is really lit up on the Three of Swords here. Now that's actually a really sad card. So that's like the heartbreak card. It's pain, but it's pain that seems to be leading to a new beginning, and there's death here as well, which isn't to be taken literally. It just means an ending of something, ending of a cycle. So it feels almost like this is representing kind of how I was feeling and what's been channeling through so far in the first 4 minutes of this reading, which is taking a leap of faith, making a big change, doing something that we're not sure about, something that's new, something that's different, but doing it wholeheartedly, going in with maturity, with heart, with I want to say genuine feeling. They're the words that have been given to me. Wanting to do it for the right reasons. Wanting to make quite big grown-up decisions which do lead to big changes. The death of the old, one way or another. And yes, it can be painful, it can be sad, and it can definitely be painful for people around us as well. But it leads to this very important new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. A new beginning that brings the possibility of abundance, financial abundance, abundance of love, inspiration. But it's very earthly, brings very earthly rewards, which is nice. So very tangible rewards are going to be starting to show up in our lives. You may even like win a competition or something, or randomly win a raffle. I was out in the garden earlier with Bedford, who is the cat, and I saw a leaf, like a dried leaf, on the ground, and it looked like somebody had taken like a pencil and drawn a pound sign on it. Now, if you live in the UK, you know what a pound sign is. If you live in the States, you won't have a clue. Just think of a dollar sign, okay? But that's our version of it. Okay. Sorry, that was rude. I shouldn't be mean to my friends in the States. Of course, some of you know what a pound sign looks like. If you don't, look it up. Or put a pound sign in the comments below for other people to see and appreciate. But that's basically like our dollar sign. You know, when we say a pound sign, it means money. And I just saw 555 on the clock, which is very interesting numerologically that shows up at the same time. And it literally looked like that. And I thought, wow, that's a sign and a half. I wonder if I'm about to like win some money or something. And we shall see. I mean, we'll see if I come into some money. But that was very nice to see. Also, as I was sort of pottering about in the garden. I was doing a little bit of watering, tending to my plants, feeding my plants. I've got some vegetables out there and some fruit trees. So all on a very modest scale. I have the world's tiniest garden, and it's if you guys have seen pictures of it, you might have seen on my Instagram. It's very tiny, it's north facing, it's very difficult to grow anything, but I manage. Nature finds a way, doesn't she? As I was leaning over, filling up my watering can from the water butt, I saw another piece of leaf which seemed to have a letter T on it, but in a triangle. So I'm yet to find out what that represents, but I'm sure it'll mean something. It's very interesting. There's a lot of symbolism, like literally in the physical world around me right now. Like my guides are working overtime to get really obvious messages to me, but it's very, very interesting. It almost feels like a blurring of the two worlds, you know, of the spiritual world and the physical world. Like we are, what my guides are saying is obviously we have gone up a level spiritually. You know, we are existing in a higher vibration, and the higher and higher vibration we go, the more obvious and visible things will be to us like that. So that's very interesting. Thank you, Bedford, opening the curtain. Good boy. He just got off the windowsill. Are you going to come up? Oh, bless you. Is the frankincense making you sneeze? Yeah. Oh. They say hearing a cat sneeze is good luck, so there's your good luck for the day. Bedford sneezed twice. Thanks, Bedford. No, he's not coming up on the table right now. He may make an appearance later. He says he'll think about it. So interestingly, really obvious, very tangible messages coming through right now. So that could be true for you, or it could be something that you start to notice very soon. Very, very interesting spread. I'm seeing very interesting. 6 of Wands, leads to victory. So our hard work is going to be rewarded. Everything that we've been through, everything that we've done, everything that we've asked for, we're reaching this culminative point. Now, I don't know if that's a word or not, but you guys will know if you've been watching me for a while that I keep getting new words. My guides are starting to communicate with me through new words, new sounds, new language. Culminative. Could be a word, might not be. Could be a new one, doesn't matter. Yes, Bedford, you have a cat door. Ooh. Suddenly got a bit smoky for me then as well. Interesting. Bedford was complaining about the frankincense. I think it's burnt itself out now. Let's just have some tea to counter the smoke hitting my throat chakra. Oh, I was talking about new language, wasn't I? Which is connected to the throat chakra, and frankincense is very cleansing, very clearing, very sacred to work with as well, frankincense. I don't normally burn frankincense. I do like it, but I don't have it very often, and I randomly bought some yesterday, so nothing is random, nothing is coincidence, as we know. So it feels like where energy has felt stagnant, where it hasn't been doing anything for a while, we're finally going to get our rewards, finally going to get our outcomes. And it does feel like, oh, thank God for that. Finally, it's all coming in. I didn't think it was going to. There is a sense almost of disbelief that, wow, I didn't think this was going to happen. Because the energy just feels so chaotic right now. It feels strange. It feels out of sorts, but that's because we are energetically growing. We are moving up to this new vibrational state, which means we are literally moving into a new world. We are literally being born again. We are moving into a new world. Of course it doesn't feel familiar. Of course it feels weird. Of course everything feels wrong. And it won't do to everyone around us, because not everyone is going to this new world. Not everyone is going to this new vibrational state that we are moving into right now. So it's going to feel weird for us, while people around us are like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Why are you being weird? Not gonna lie, I'm used to people telling me I'm weird. Not my first time. I am being told as well a lot of communication, a lot of wisdom coming through in our dreams at the moment. I am seeing the symbol of an owl coming through very strongly. My eye is being drawn to this lovely owl candle that I have. I will show you because he's gorgeous. Isn't he lovely? He's actually a candle. I'm never going to burn him because he's just too special, too precious. Okay. And next to him I actually have an owl oil burner as well, which needs a bit of a clean. But isn't he adorable? My owls sat up there, my wise owls that watch over all my readings, bringing this lovely energy of Minerva, Athena Plus. Ah, lovely. Very divine feminine, very powerful, loving, divine feminine energy coming through at the moment. Very wise, a lot of wisdom coming through. I keep having to pause the video to actually yawn, because every time the energy shifts, it provokes like a physical response in me. So I keep having to yawn as the energy shifts as I'm going through this reading. So lots of energy shifting, lots of energy moving within our collective, and without of it as well, because it's like energy that was within us or that we were languishing in or swimming in, we're moving away from, we're getting rid of. It's almost like we've been sat in this bath, like a bathtub of energy for so long, languishing somewhat in it, and it's time to pull the plug out now, because that water is dirty. The water needs to go. We need to dry ourselves off because we started to go all pruny. I don't know why they're giving me those images, but there we go. Let's go with it. Oh, another energy shift. Goodness me. You see, I was feeling completely fine until 10 minutes into this video, and then all of a sudden these energy shifts kept hitting me like waves, like literally. So I will probably need to go and have a lie down after this. And you might want to have a lie down too. You may be feeling sleepy, you know, you might even want to lie down as you listen to this reading. That's absolutely fine. You don't need to watch the screen. You can just listen like it was a podcast or something. And do let me know if you want me to do more podcasts, because that's certainly a thing I can do. I have been getting a nudge recently to actually do that. If you guys remember, I had a podcast on my other channel, Angel Wings Holistics, which was, what was it called? It's funny, the name that came to me is the name I was going to call it, but not what I actually call it. I was going to call it the Spiritual Pit Crew, because I was thinking of, like, you know, in a race, you know, you pull your car in and your pit crew goes to work on your vehicle, you know, to get you back on your spiritual path again. And then I found out that there was some very rude other meaning for those words, and I just thought, oh, come on. And that really put me off, so I didn't. I called it the Spiritual Support Crew instead. But that was kind of the idea originally, was that it was a pit crew to keep you moving, you know, to get you back on the spiritual road, to keep you moving. I don't know, maybe that's what I'll do, but please let me know what you think about that, if that's something that appeals to you, if that's something that you would like me to do. Very happy to do that. Very happy to be led by the community. You know, we're all here together after all. We are all on this soul journey in our own ways, and if you're drawn to this channel, then, you know, it's because you're a part of this community too. And I'd like to know what sort of things you would like to see and hear. I also have this new mega shell that I bought recently. Bought this secondhand at a charity shop for £5, which I absolutely love. I don't know exactly what kind of shell this is called, but it's beautiful. Absolutely love it. So as sensor shells go, this is probably my biggest one now, if you don't count my abalone shell, which is really for sage. Yeah, so if I've got something to hide, then yeah, YouTube's not going to see anything under there, is it? Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I'm going to put these away now. I'm going to get out some oracle cards because I feel drawn to do that. And we will get some messages for everyone. So we have the Witchcraft Oracle, and we also have Daily Guidance from Your Angels, which I'm going to do a little bit of a picky card here. So I'm going to pick 3 No, I'm being told I'm going to pick 4 of those so that you can pick your messages. So, very gentle messages coming through here. Oh, isn't that lovely? That's the author. I've never noticed that before. I see. Hello. Thank you, Elizabeth. We appreciate you. Okay, very gentle energy from Wishcraft Oracle. This is the kind of deck that I would give to a child because it's got this really gentle energy. The messages are really gentle and uplifting and positive and sweet, and absolutely love this energy. So, all right, very easy to work with as well. This is a good one for beginners if you literally just want the card to tell you something and you don't want to have to try and interpret it necessarily. Okay, so what messages do we have for our collective, please? Flying broom, I can let go of my mistakes. Yeah, that's interesting. We've got number 14, which is very interesting because a moment ago I looked at the timer on my phone because I'm recording on my phone on the video camera, and the time was 14:41, so like a mirror number, 14:41. Yeah, letting go of our mistakes by seeing ourselves clearly, like we're literally looking in the mirror and seeing us as we truly are, not as we think we are, not seeing ourselves through the filter of the conscious mind, through the filter of our opinions, our ego, our fears, but actually seeing us as other people see us and being kind to ourselves and loving to ourselves and letting those mistakes go, knowing that it's okay to not be perfect. Magic eggs, what was I talking about? Literally, it just feels like it's a birthday, a rebirth. And what's interesting is 23 is actually my birthday. So it might be yours as well if you're watching. It might not be. But magic eggs, beginning something is exciting. Yes, we are at a new beginning right now. We are energetically breaking out of these eggs that we've been in. And if things have felt stifled, it's because you've been in an egg. If you felt stuck, it's because you've been spiritually sat inside an egg, unable to move forwards. Doesn't that make sense? On a very deep spiritual, energetic level, we've been sat in these energy eggs, what to say, kind of unable to move and waiting to go through this incubation period, which is important. You mustn't try and break out of your egg early or you'll be premature. You won't be ready for what's coming in. And I've just seen 1717 star energy. So yes, star potential. Maybe some of you watching are supposed to be on the stage. Maybe you are supposed to be on the telly. Maybe you are performers. Maybe you are people who inspire others. Maybe you have YouTube channels or TikToks, or you're in the public eye somehow. But it does feel like this incubation period I want to talk about over the past 14 months in particular. I'm going to the 14 again here. Think about what's happened over the past 14 months. Think about where you've been, who you've been, what you've been doing, who you've been spending time with, things that haven't worked, things you were expecting to happen that didn't. It's because you were in this egg. If you're expecting a relationship to get off the ground and it couldn't, it's because you're in this egg. Yeah. If you're expecting something to change and grow and it didn't, it's because energetically you weren't ready to be born yet. Or reborn. Love your body. I love my body, it says on number 12, number of perfect governance. So we are asked to take great care of our bodies. There is a real nudge here, and it's not just about eating the right food and exercising. It feels like it's more than that. It's guardianship of the physical body are the words that I get. Keeping it in tip-top condition, working it, sculpting it, beyond just, oh, I went for a walk today and ate an apple. Well, big deal. That's not enough, but finding activities that you and your body can do together that you're going to enjoy, that brings you joy, moves the energy around for both of you as well. And I'm talking about you and your body as if you were separate entities, because you are and you aren't. We are not our bodies. We have a body, and it is our responsibility to take care of it. It is our responsibility to keep it running, a bit like a car. But it is not who you are. We identify very strongly with it in this lifetime, and rightly so, because we live in it and it keeps us safe, and that's how we have this lifetime, how we experience it, by being in this meat suit. Meat suit on a rock, flying through space, fantastic. But it is not who we are. But it is something that we do have guardianship of, and there is definitely a nudge here to take care of the physical body in better, new, and perhaps more spiritual ways as well. Maybe there's a nudge to do yoga or tai chi or some sort of exercise that really gets you back in touch with your body and helps it to feel good and it's going to respond really, really well. Really, really well. So pay attention to the nudges that you get at the moment. Let's just count the hearts on this card. I'm drawn to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hearts. Okay, it's a full cycle. We've come full circle. Okay. On some level, we've come full circle. Very drawn to those words. So, yeah, I've got some interesting anecdotes about stuff I've been up to lately. I recently found, you guys might remember I started doing ballet, which I really like. I had to stop because I couldn't get to class. So instead, I've started doing this online class, which is kind of some ballet bar and some Pilates and some yoga, and there's meditation in that, and it's amazing. It's really wonderful. This really wonderful lady who leads the classes, and it changes your body very quickly for the better. I mean, literally, I did like one of her arms exercise classes and my arms were like sculpted in a way I've never seen them before. And I've lifted weights. You know, I do lift weights at home. I have free weights, you know. I can do press-ups. I used to do martial arts. I'm pretty strong, but this thing just, my arms just looked better than they've ever looked in my whole life. And it was like 1 20-minute session. And I was like, what is this? What is this magic I found? It was really unexpected, really, really unexpected. How incredible my arms look afterwards. Recently as well, I came across a drink that we have in the UK. I know this kind of thing is available in the States, and over here it's probably quite a tamed down version of it from talking to friends. But I started having a CBD drink, so the legal bit from the cannabis plant that we're allowed to have in this country is CBD basically, and it is medicinal. It's anti-inflammatory. It's antibacterial. It's fantastic. You know, it's antioxidant. Does all kinds of wonderful things in the body. But I hadn't appreciated how wonderful it was because I've never really taken it consistently. Because I've tried it in different forms and none of them I really got on with until I found this nice little can of drink that I could have. And it's very nice. It's elderflower and mint. And it just tastes really refreshing and delicious. And I started drinking it without really thinking about it. Without really thinking about the CBD that I was taking in. And I realised it was helping me to feel calmer. So I carried on having one a day at lunchtime at work, getting it from the shop. And I was trying on some clothes at the weekend. And you know how you catch sight of yourself in the mirror and go, wait a minute, that's different. And I realised I don't have any cellulite anymore. It's pretty much all gone. You know where cellulite goes. I don't have to say it on YouTube, but I was like, where's my cellulite gone? Because I haven't lost weight. That's not it. I haven't really been exercising very hard either. But it's like my cellulite has just gone. Yeah, and cellulite, of course, is caused by toxins, whether it's toxins in the food, in the environment, stress in particular, which is something I have a lot of. Because I have a lot of anxiety, a lot of trauma in my past, so I have a lot to deal with, you know. And it was just curious to me, and I thought, what on earth has caused that? And then my guides went, the CBD, and I thought, oh. So anyway, I'm not saying that you should take it or anyone should take it. Obviously, do your research, do your due diligence, talk to medical professions if necessary. But it's just an interesting anecdote that I wanted to share personally about something that shifted and changed in my life just really quite recently. Like, I've only just started drinking it like the last 2 weeks. So again, that number 14 coming up. So literally like 2 weeks. They say 2 weeks to change a habit, don't they? It takes you 2 weeks to change a habit. Well, apparently it takes 2 weeks to get rid of Helen's cellulite. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. So let me know in the comments about any changes that you've been going through, any shifts that you've noticed in your life as well. Very, very interesting. Very sweet, very gentle energy. So I'm going to put these away, and I am, as promised, we're going to get some daily guidance from your angels oracle cards. We're going to pick 4 of these and get some individual messages. You can pick 1, 2, 3 or 4, or you can pick any number of them, or you might be drawn to listen to all of them. So okay, let's have a little looky. Let's get our 4 messages for our collective. What do they need to hear? What do they need to know? 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, take a moment, see which one you're drawn to. I'm actually feeling like I need to go and have a lie down, so there's definitely a big shift happening today. I also feel like this one's for everyone. Number 5's for everyone. So number 1, let your past go. The burden of carting your past around has made you weary. Tell me about it. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Number 2, law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. There we go. Look at all these beautiful animals on this card as well. Gorgeous. Number 3, your message. Entrepreneur. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. And number 4, play. Love it. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. And finally, number 5, which is for everybody, release and surrender. Well, this is appropriate with us all going up a level and starting to live on this new energetic plane, which is going to make our lives look so different and make us unrecognizable to some people around us. Release and surrender. I did some releasing today, actually. I went through my wardrobe and I released and surrendered a lot of clothes to the charity shop. It felt good. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Beautiful. Lovely messages. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I need to go and have a lie down, but I'm being prompted to rest, but I'm also being prompted to meditate. So I'm going to pass that prompt on to you. Rest and meditate, meditate and rest, in whichever order you feel is most appropriate. I'll speak to you very soon. You take very good care of yourself. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend if it resonates, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.